Okay, y'all. So we're gonna do the big salad challenge. However, I'm making one big salad, and then we're all gonna eat this salad because, yeah, right. Um. Hey, sis, I'm good. How are you, Lexi? So I have spring mix. Spring mix. That's what I use all the time. It's got spinach in it and red leaf lettuce, chard, romaine, red mustard, radicchio, and red oak. We like this. It's also the same salad that I give to the guinea pigs. I usually get the one that's I used to get the one that was the spinach red mix. It had more spinach in it, but spinach is not good for the guinea pigs. So I started getting this one. So there's the greens, some of the green stuff. I also just cut up cucumber and sliced it up. So we're gonna put this in there. Woo.
What's in this one?
They're olives, baby.
Can't see any olives.
They're dark. Hey, you're not ready? Stop with it. Oh, hey, priest, I missed you. Didn't see your name up there.
You still have your headache?
Yes, I still have a migraine.
Are you making another layer on your head? You have too many layers to your head.
All right. There's all the cucumbers. Now, I cannot eat raw tomatoes, and I cannot eat carrots due to my stomach. So those are not in my salad.
No.
I do have some boiled egg that I just cut up. Put that in there. And then I have some turkey and some ham that I just cut up. You want croutons in yours?
I needed mommy croutons. Her house is delicious.
This is actually going to be the only thing I've eaten today. Hey, Cousin Pam. I just came out of your live stream. All right. So put some turkey and some ham on there. And then I'm going to put some olives because we like olives in this house. Hey, Chris.
If we didn't like olives, then we would get in trouble.
No, you wouldn't get in trouble. You just wouldn't eat them. I'd eat them. I get to have all my olives. But I was buying olives for me, and y'all were eating them up. So therefore, y'all like olives.
This is going to be the best salad in the world. I can't wait to eat it. Now, what would you do if we told you that we didn't like this and we didn't eat that and we didn't eat this?
Y'all be some hungry children. But I didn't raise you that way, so that's not how you are.
I wonder why people are like
Because that's how their parents start them off eating. They only give them limited things, and then they don't want to try new things because they never did. People are used to what they're used to. People will say, I don't like, and they've never even tasted whatever it is they claim they don't like. You have to try something once and then say you don't like it. And you can say, I don't want. Because there's things that I have not tried and I don't want, and I'm not going to because I don't want. Now, I can't say I don't like because I won't try it. There's a difference.
What's the thing that you won't try?
I won't try hog malls, whatever that is.
Ew! That sounds disgusting.
You.
I won't try coon.
What is cool?
Raccoon.
Disgusting.
I won't try possum. I have tasted rattlesnake. I have tasted alligator. It just tasted like really spicy chicken. Granny got it at Papado's on a fisherman's platter thing and stuck it in my mouth like she does. Y'all already know with everything. She's come and stick something in your mouth and tell you taste this. And then after you taste it, then she tells you what it is. So that's what she did to me. She stuck snake in my mouth and then she
in
stuck
my mouth.
rattlesnake in my mouth.
No.
Rattlesnake and
I
alligator, I
tried
mean.
to yank out, but she still put it in my mouth. It's good. It's bacon.
I don't like to eat Joe Pesci. I'm not going to eat Joe Pesci either. I'm not going to. I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm not going to. Woo.
What happened?
Juice spray. Here, you want to? So we have green olives, and then I have some Kalamata olives also.
Look, Mommy, look at my house on the Sims game.
Yeah, but you're spinning it around. It'll make me dizzy. I have a migraine. I can't look while you're spinning.
Okay. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. That's a huge house.
And then there's this. Is this?
That's a huge house. How much money did you give yourself for all that house?
I don't really know.
Now you're going to actually play the game.
Yes. How much money do I have left?
Hi, Maria.
Oh no, I have a lot of money. It says 2, 3. It says
5.
2, 3, 5.
2,358,533.
That's a lot of money.
9 and 33.
Well, whatever. 933.
Don't
Okay. Olives. Hey, cocoa powder. I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan in here.
Do you know any of your friends that did not try Parmesan cheese before?
No. Pretty much anyone who's ever eaten pizza or spaghetti has had Parmesan cheese, but this was fresh imported Parmesan. It's a special Parmesan, so that's why I was letting people see it. It's holiday season, so they want people to buy it, and I'm losing your cheese things. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's Poppy's phone. Wherever it is. I can hear it.
No, where's Lisa?
It's in here.
Lisa this plate.
It's on the floor somewhere or something. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I don't want to answer anyway. So put my clothes down. Here we go. Again, we got the red mix, spring mix, and then boiled eggs, some roasted turkey, some roasted ham,
Can she cook?
Kalamata olives, green olives, a little Parmesan. Okay, stop calling. I still have my dad's cell phone, and so I'm still answering calls from people who don't know that he passed. So she knows that he passed, and she's still calling me all the time.
It's okay, little Michael.
I'm not looking for conversations.
Which
Just,
one?
I'll let you know he's gone. You can stop calling the phone now. Okay, so these are some garlic toast crumbles, but she wants croutons in her, so I'm gonna do this separate so she can have whole croutons. So I've got some Olive Garden croutons, and then I've got some Colby Monterey Jack cheese because my kids love Colby Jack.
That's what Poppy gave us.
That's what I gave you.
And
Poppy brought the well, what's it called?
the whole.
Yeah, that big giant one.
So do I.
Yeah, he gave us Velveeta all the time.
Because he loves Velveeta.
Actually, I do like Velveeta, but not every single day. As for cheese and crackers,
Y'all took all the
I got
forks and
cheese
spoons.
Velveeta.
Y'all took all the forks and spoons. I have no forks and spoons for the
Got
salad.
crackers and
You need to go get some forks, please. I'm gonna mix this up and dish out plates because, like I said, we're doing the big salad, but we're all eating this salad because ain't no way in the world. Hey, Tosh.
no way in the world we can eat that whole thing. But I might. No. No.
So here we go.
Who can ever eat this much salad?
Oh, I sure couldn't eat it.
You would only have like 5 spoonfuls or 6.
Oh, I didn't. I gotta season it. You gotta season salad. I've got some garlic, onion, black pepper.
Alright, you have a fork or a spoon.
I have one over here somewhere, yeah. And then some
Why is there a big
Himalayan
bug in
pink
your fork?
salt and pepper. All right. All right.
I know you sure could eat this. So much salad. Way too much salad.
My youngest baby loves veggies. She's not so much on meat,
Hey, me that.
but she loves veggies. Okay, let me get you some croutons.
Yeah.
My salad, the salad that I'm making has
Hi.
it's a spring mix. I use a spring mix, and then I slice up some cucumber. It's got cucumber on here. Boiled eggs,
I'm attached.
roasted turkey, roasted ham, Kalamata olives, and green olives. And then she wants some croutons. I put a little Parmesan cheese on there. You want regular cheese?
Yeah. Yeah, now I wonder if I'm going to be more tall when I'm in 3rd grade.
Yeah, you're growing.
It does not feel like it.
You are.
Will you sleep or are you growing?
Mm-hmm. That's why you need your sleep so you can grow. That's some thick dressing. So here's the baby salad. It's hers. I didn't put a whole lot of meat in hers. Oh, this was buttermilk ranch. And then this one is sweet Vidalia onion. This is good.
I got buttermilk ranch.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay, now my oldest is the meat eater, so she's gonna get a lot of meat.
Meat.
And a lot of eggs, because she loves the eggs too.
Eggs are meat.
Eggs are a protein. They're a pre-meat, I guess. Once it turns into a chicken, it's meat.
Kids at school said that eggs came from milk. I asked it what eggs come from, because I said, you're going to take the SMART test. And I asked them what eggs came from, and they said, eggs are milk. And I said, no, it's not. And they said, yes, it is. And I said, what does a chicken leg look like? And they said, oh.
Okay, you want croutons or you want the garlic crumbles that I got? It's still croutons, it's just crunched up, or you can have the whole
Crouton.
There you go. Pick those up for me, please. Ranch, Vidalia, or both?
Both.
Hey, Edward. This stuff is thick. I don't know if it's because it's cold outside or what, but goodness gracious. Woo! That one's not thick. All right. So here's the oldest big salad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Something fast and delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say the grace?
Mm-hmm.
Gracious Father, we thank you for the food about your seed, for the nourishment of our bodies. In Christ's name we do pray, amen. Jesus, what? Remember to happen, keep it holy.
Blessed are the merciful, they shall say mercy. Amen. Hey, Mark. All right. So mine, I'm gonna try these crumbles. Because that's usually what I do when I eat croutons anyway, is I take them out, crush them in my hand. I just want a little bit. And then, oh, I wanted some pecans. You want some pecans? What you want?
Can I do dressing?
More dressing? You want some pecans?
No, thank you. How is it not coming out?
It's really thick. Like really thick.
Very thick. Too thick.
It's like a dip thick. No, I just got home from work. I haven't checked. You want some pecans in yours?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The salad is good.
Thank you. There's more if you want more. Those are my pecans to make my pecan pies for Thanksgiving, and my hummingbird cake too. They go in the frosting. All right. So here's my salad. Tried to give myself plenty of the egg and a little ham, a little turkey, because I have to get my protein in. And I have not eaten anything at all today, so I am way behind on protein right now. If I could locate my fork.
It's not good to be way behind on protein, because when you're way behind on protein, it means you're way behind on protein.
Girl, push. Where's your Kool-Aid in my bed? Here. Put that over there on the shelf. I see everything but my fork. That nasty stuff over there. Oh, I got a plastic one. Priest, I've had a gastric bypass. I could go days and days without eating and not even think about the fact that I need to eat because I don't get hungry.
What's a gastric bypass?
The surgery I had on my stomach. I can't eat raw tomatoes. I cannot have raw tomatoes. So there's no tomatoes in the salad.
Raw tomatoes are disgusting anyway. I don't like the way it tastes. except
Raw
for
tomatoes are good if you get good tomatoes.
except for if it's showing with BLT. That was good. The tomato.
You just have to get a good tomato. Tomatoes are good. Well, the way I ended up over 600 pounds because I only ate once a day. Well, when you do that, no matter what it is that you eat, that once a day, your body goes into starvation mode and says, this food ain't gonna feed me, so it just holds on to everything. And that's how I gained so much weight. So the only way that I can lose weight is I have to eat more often, which I still don't do. When I had my I had my knee replaced and then I fell and almost severed my foot. So I had two major things happen to me at the same time, and then I ended up being stuck in this bed for
Half of a year.
over a year. But at half the year, I couldn't walk at all. I was just literally stuck in this bed. And then I was semi-mobile. I was on a walker first.
And then you started.
And then started, limping and able to drive again and stuff like that. But I got in the habit of not eating again. Because what I should be doing is eating something every 2.5 to 3 hours. But when I couldn't walk, there was nobody here but me. Who was finna give me something to eat every 2.5, 3 hours? I didn't eat. And I got to where my dad was still alive at that point, and he was taking the kids to school and stuff like that. And he'd stop by maybe once a day or maybe once every other day. And when he did, I would either get him to, take my credit card and go pick me up something. Or I'd have him, get my card and go buy some kind of, me some eggs or something like that. And then once a day, I'd hop my butt to the kitchen and like fix myself an omelet or something. But it just got me out of my habit of eating. And so I've got to get myself back into that habit so I can lose the weight that I gained while I was stuck in this doggone bed.
Maybe that's why I'm really thin.
I didn't say that. Why? Because you eat all the time?
Yep.
You're really thin because you eat healthy food. I feed you healthy food. I don't give you a bunch of crap. I'm stingy with crap.
They want salad too. Salad. No.
I taught you how to eat balanced meals. You don't live off of ramen noodles and microwave pizzas. He said, give me some. This Vidalia dressing. This is so good, y'all. This is so good. Thank you, Tosh. I don't like raw onions at all. I will only eat onions if I like really, really thoroughly saute them. But I like onion flavored stuff. I'll preach that depends on who's cooking because my healthy food is good. And that depends on who's fixing it. Because you can make healthy food that tastes good. Hey, Queen. Need some lotion on my ashy hand. You know, all my grandmother's recipes that she made, I learned cooking by watching my family cook. And all of her stuff, pretty much everything she cooked, she added extra something unhealthy to everything. And one of her things I've told y'all before was to make stuff juicy.
Oh.
She added vegetable oil, like a half a cup or a cup of vegetable oil. She poured it into everything, into her greens, into her cabbage, into her dressing during the holiday. That's what I found out was I was making the dressing, and she came in and she was like, I was stirring it up, and she's like, it's not juicy enough. Add some more oil. And I was like, huh? She's like, it's not juicy enough. Add some more oil. And I was like, oil? She's like, yeah, get that Western oil up there and just pour some in there and make it juicy. And I was like, okay. Well, she left the room and I poured some more broth in there. I poured some more turkey broth in there and started stirring. And when she came back, she was like, oh, that's it. It's juicy now. It's juicy now. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And when my grandmother had, I think, 6 heart attacks in her lifetime. In fact, she died from a massive heart attack. When I was 8 or 9 years old, she had a heart attack when it was just me and her living in East Texas in the country, in the house that I've just moved out of when I moved back up here. I sold that house and came up here. When she had that heart attack and was in the hospital, I was sitting there with her the day she was getting ready to be released. And the doctor was telling her how she had to eat, how she had to cook, and how things had to be made. She needed to, cut back on oil, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, well, tell that girl sitting over there behind you, she's the one that's going to be doing the cooking. Well, of course, the doctor turned around and he sees a little kid sitting there and he starts looking, trying to see who she's like, no, that little girl right there. Hey, SoCon. She's like, her. He's like, she can cook? She's like, yeah, she can cook. And so he looked at me and he started telling me how I needed to prepare my grandmother's foods to get her out of all that salt and all that oil. So since I was 8 years old, I wasn't giving her the oil she was asking for anyway. So when she told me that story, sure, here you go, have a bite. I was in college, so I had to be 19 or 20, 19. And she told me to make it juicy with oil, and I was like, oil? And so I didn't do that, but that's when I found out. And then, I started, finding out as, we talked later. Yeah, right. 4 years ago. She put oil in everything. She put oil in everything. She put sugar in everything.
Sugar in everything?
That's why I told you I always thought I didn't like squash. I thought I didn't like squash because I'd only ever eaten her squash. And Aunt Brenda, one day we had gone to a bunch of open houses. She used to like just ride around, look at open houses here in Oklahoma. And she was like, oh, let's fix dinner when we get home. I want some fish and I want some chicken fried in the fish grease. And oh, let's make some squash. And I was like, I don't eat squash. She's like, why? I was like, I don't like it. And she's like, no, you've only ever had granny squash. That's right. I'm gonna make you some squash and you're gonna like squash. You don't like granny squash because she put sugar in it. And I was like, what? So we went home, cooked the dinner. I fried the fish and the chicken. She cooked the squash and I tasted it and it was delicious. She just put salt, pepper, garlic, and butter and onions in it, and it was delicious. My granny added about, cup and a half of sugar. I don't like sweet squash. That's why I don't like pumpkin pie. A pumpkin is a squash. You put sugar in it. No, thank you. I can't. I don't like sweet squash. I just don't.
I just don't like.
Don't put any Don't put sugar on my pumpkin. Don't put sugar on my yellow squash, on my green squash. Just don't put sugar on eggplant. Just don't put sugar on my squash. I just don't do that. Leave it savory. If it's savory, I'll eat it. If it's not savory, I'm not doing that. Hush, priest. She really was. She really was, Tosh. She put sugar in greens. She put sugar in cabbage. She put sugar in squash. She put sugar in beans.
In beans.
In beans. She said that was to cut the tart or cut the twang or cut the something.
Beans is one.
Hey, Trippin' Key.
That sugar does not go on.
And I don't do that. When I add sugar to something, it would be like something that I'm making with tomatoes to cut the acid, and I'll put a pinch. And I usually try to use brown sugar because brown sugar works better and you don't get a sweet flavor. It just takes out the acid real quick. Put a pinch in there, stir it up, cuts the acid, you're good to go. No, my granny got the measuring cup out, or she might not even get the measuring cup. She just got her scoop that's in the sugar. Dump. Let me do that again. Dump. Yeah. And then couldn't understand what was going on, why she was sick all the time.
Well, there's the answer right there. Oil and sugar.
I can tell you this much. Even when I was over 600 pounds, I've never had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. None of it. I was perfectly heavy. I was just huge. And it's because I only ate once a day. I ate once a day. At the end of the night, I worked not overnight, but late shift. I got off at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I would get off and we would either go. Yes, I was very mobile. I was walking 3 miles a day. I lived on the second floor, walked up and down. I could still do the splits and anything else you wanted me to do. How about that?
Wait, could you flip?
Yeah.
Yay! But
How about that?
Now because of your surgeries and stuff.
I'm not stable.
You would fall.
Yeah, I'm not stable
You
now.
would fall straight on the ground and die.
With a partially paralyzed foot, flipping would not be a good idea to try to do. But I can bend.
Oh yeah, you can. I've seen
And
you
I can
bend
kick. I
before.
can still kick.
Oh, you can sit that down on the ground.
I can kick too.
You could also jump.
Yeah.
Jumping in the store.
Yeah. But yeah, I had no, what do they call it, morbidities or morbalities, whatever. I have none of those. I still don't have any. And I think it's just because of what the doctor told me when my grandmother was sick, how I needed to cook her food. So I still fixed the stuff that she wanted. Because up until then, I knew how to cook, but I didn't do any cooking. She still was doing all the cooking. Well, after that, I just took it over. And so that cup of Wesson oil that she, was adding to everything all the time was no longer in the food. She was still eating the same foods, but that Wesson oil wasn't in there. And yeah, she was you know, after that, she was really, really healthy for quite a while. And then, you know, I, of course, eventually grew up and went to college and all that stuff, you know. And so she went back in the kitchen for her and Papa, and, you know, that sugar and Wesson oil was in stuff until she got, you know, down to where she was sick and she wasn't cooking anymore. But up until then, she was making stuff juicy.
Yeah, the food was not juicy enough.
You gotta watch that cholesterol, so calm. Or if you just really like that stuff, start drinking some apple cider vinegar every day with the mother, the raw apple cider vinegar every day. That'll help cut it out. Because my papa, who was married to my granny, never had high blood pressure. He was born with diabetes, so he's always had diabetes. But he has low sugar, not high sugar. But he's always kept it under control. Just with his eating, he's never had to have insulin or anything. But my grandfather, every single day of my life, I can remember my grandfather, my papa, going in the kitchen, pouring himself a big tall. He didn't do a little bit. He poured himself a iced tea glass worth of apple cider vinegar, and he drank that every day. My grandfather's 89. He'll be 90 in May. Hey, this is Kool-Aid and Lisa.
No, she's watching the chipmunks.
You couldn't tell what that was from
I
here?
thought that she was watching our tablet. I was like, okay, these songs have been playing for a long time. That Chipmunks movie, and I got all of these songs.
You know she pauses it. She pauses and rewinds. She never lets movies end. I've never tried capsules, but the real stuff works. Didn't you eat up your salad? You throw away the plate? You did? You sure? It's not still in there on the room? If I get up and walk in there, I'm not going to see it?
Think about it.
She walks in there to go get the plate.
This is her new room.
How come you didn't put flooring on that square over there?
I'm gonna go put some flooring over there. That's what I do.
Yes, it is cold. It's actually warmer today than it has been, but it's still cold. Let me see, what is it right now? Yeah, it's way warmer today because it's 53 degrees right now. Last night it was 22, I think.
Mommy, this is the baby's room.
It's like, oh, so he's gonna be like me and hide it well.
That's Bobby, the baby's room.
What's the baby's room? All that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Those rooms are huge, Rayon. It's gonna take us Sims an hour just to walk from one side of the house to the other.
And this one is huge. I thought that this one was actually pretty small. But this one.
Look at your floor plan now. Your hallways are as big as another room. Or 2 or 3.
This is like my staircase.
You know, look at this. She made a house the size of a mall.
It's the size of a mall. This is the size of a mall.
Y'all see this house?
This is the indoor pool and stuff. And this is Jasmine's room, and that's Julia's room. And here's the staircase. Oh, there's also a
Okay, you make me dizzy again. You're spinning too much. I can't.
Well, and then here's the restroom, man. Here's everyone else's room. Who is that? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
Turn it down, Shayla.
Because that is not someone that lives in this household. There's a theater room, that's Kari's room, that's Snippy's room, and that's Tay's room.
Pre said it looks like P. Diddy's house.
And here's the bathroom, and here's the parents' room, and here's the.
She's not going to be able to leave the room because the baby bed is blocking the door. She can't walk out.
Oh.
Look at how the bed is sitting, and you
Why
can't
do I
leave.
have this anyway?
All right.
And there's the living room.
Turn your TV down some, please, Shaylin. How many floors are there? 4?
3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. But a mall is bigger than 4 floors.
Some malls are only 2 floors.
2 floors of a mall? What kind of
The mall here is only 2 floors.
It is.
The only mall you've ever been bigger than that is a Galleria. I'm pretty sure it only has 3. This Vidalia dressing, y'all, is so good, though. It just has this little sweet kick. Hey, Maya. French is a red one, isn't it? Orange, yeah. I don't know that I've ever even actually tasted French dressing.
Okay, now.
I like ranch. I like Vidalia. I like Italian, Caesar, honey mustard.
Look, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
The house is big. Actually, think again though.
There's a. I'm trying to remember what it was. One of my friends can. Is it juicy? It's not too juicy. I didn't put a whole lot of juice on it. It's not too juicy. It's pretty dry, girl. It's pretty dry. She tell me you needed some more. She tell me needed some more.
It's dry.
What is the one?
It was so dry.
There's a sweet dressing that one of my friends convinced me to try. raspberry vinaigrette, and it was good. And then after I tried that one, then they also had a peach. I think it was a peach vanilla or something, but it was good too. Like, it took a while for her to convince me to try that because I don't like raspberries, period. So I was like, but it was actually really good.
I like raspberries without.
Today I was demoing Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, imported.
And now I'm ready to play the actual game. Because I just put in my Windows.
From a company called Zeretti. I think it was called Zeretti.
There's also a pool outside. There's 2 pools.
I think the couple was called Zeretti. I can't remember. But yeah, it was 24-month or more aged handmade Parmigiano Reggiano. Zanetti. There's my paper from work, my display package.
So if you don't want to go watch your wait, what? No, go sit here and watch. Oh, I thought you were going in here. No, you just go walk in her room. No reason. Why?
Y'all, I might actually finish my food. It doesn't happen very often. But with salad, because when you chew up all the leaves, it turns to liquid. That gives me more space. I was set up next to the Butterball turkeys. There's a lady on her phone behind me today with her husband, asking him what size turkey to get. And I guess he wouldn't tell her a size. So she kept telling them the different sizes of the turkeys that she was looking at. And I guess he was just saying, but he wouldn't tell her a size. And she's like, which one? And then she'd get mad and she'd slam turkeys down and walk away and start screaming at him. Then she'd come back again. About, 45 minutes. She kept coming back and forth yelling at him about turkeys. And he never did tell her. I asked her how many people she was feeding, and she said 5. And I told her, I got a 14, almost 15-pound turkey for us. And it's, me and my 2 girls, with my papa, so 4 people. So she ended up grabbing a 18-pound one, I think. I did it, y'all. I actually read a happy plate.
And just remember, they can't come up here. There's no door.
I actually made a happy plate. Not the kinds that don't wear clothes. And what I bought today for the ham that I used, I saw this smoked spiral ham slices and pieces, and it was only $5. It's probably like, how they make the whole hams that they spiral, those extra pieces that always fall off.
What?
That's probably what this is. They just bagged it up to sell it. I'm gonna use this in my greens and my peas and stuff. I don't have to worry about buying any smoked turkey or anything. I'm just gonna use that. So like, since I have to buy, I had to get some meat to go in the salad. Double use, why not? Around when you finish, all this stuff needs to go in the fridge. I gotta find a Ziploc to put the rest of the salad in. Tomorrow, what am I doing? Tomorrow I'm doing cereal. Peanut butter Cheerios and peanut butter chocolate blasted shredded wheat. Oh, and then the new maple Cheerios. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing cereal.
What are you doing? Why did you just come in here and just stand there, sir? Gotcha. You look weird.
Saturday, I'm doing Biscoff cookies, which are biscotti, and coffee.
Why doesn't she have it in here?
And I'm displaying some stainless steel spill-proof mugs.
Well,
Nerds candy. Big chewy nerds. Sour big chewy nerds. Sour big chewy nerds. Big chewy nerds. On Sunday, I'm doing nerds.
big sweeter.
Who is doing the Lent? I have like 20 boxes for an event doing Lent chocolate candy, Ghirardelli and Lent. And that is not on my schedule. And I'm the only one that works in my store.
You're not supposed to be in your room playing with your sister's toys. Go to school.
It's let out go.
And there's disgusting superheroes.
On the floor. Everybody is almost like school. Is she going to your school ball, Katie?
She's already at school, but
That is rude. Just let the kid go to school.
hey, be
ball.
careful. Paper jam.
I go back in again and put a request back in again for the 29th off. My grandfather's having surgery on the 29th. And 2 weeks ago, I put on there I would not be working that day. They took it off and then turned around and put it back on there. No, take it back off. Yeah, I have to make the coffee. I'm making purple whole peas. Ham and purple whole peas. Like this time I didn't put, like the last time I just put, I need this day off because my papa is having surgery. I can't work. This time I put, I will not be working. My grandfather is having surgery. Understand that. Like, you only got 2 days on my whole schedule that week. Move it to one of them other days that are open, wide open. Because that day I won't be coming. And if that day is going to be that much of an issue, then just take me off the schedule altogether. Because my papa comes first. That's why I live in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Yep.
She tricks us all the time. Well, she can't anymore, but she used to trick us all the time.
Yep. She told me papa needed me to move here. Because none of the other stuff she said was working. I don't know what they thought. I guess maybe they thought I wasn't going to keep scrolling up in my schedule because, you know, that's 2 weeks away. But no, I scroll through my schedule all the time. And I know for a fact that it was not there yesterday. They had taken it off. And now they're just going to throw it back on there. No, throw that somewhere else.
Papa's having surgery.
Yeah, you know they got to give him his permanent capital thing.
This is a really good salad. Well, where's the ranch? So I just doesn't need to put the fish in before I eat it.
Olives need to go in the fridge. Are you gonna eat the rest of that salad? Because if not, then no.
Yeah, I might
That
just
can go
eat
in
the
there.
rest of it.
Here's the ranch. So she's on her second helping of salad. That's how much is left in the bowl. She just fixed herself some more. Oh yeah, they will. They will learn. I don't play about my papa. My papa are my kids. I'm not playing. I'm willing to work any other time. They know it. You can schedule me 7 days a week. I have no problem. But when I tell you I need off, I'm going to be off.
What if they try and enforce you to work on Thanksgiving?
I wouldn't be there.
Well, no one works on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they do. We don't. But like the people that work at Walmart, the cashiers, and they work there. Walmart's open on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, the only time that they're not open is on Christmas.
Christmas Day. Only Christmas Day.
Yeah, the other sauce too. I like the other sauce.
It's good. Grandma likes that. Grandma likes Vidalia. Well, she likes Vidalia onions, period, but she likes Vidalia dressing. That's what, girl.
Whoa! I forgot.
Yeah, that one's not as thick as the ranch. You just drown that salad. Oh, it's got chunks of onions in it. I didn't even know that. Look at that. The Vidalia dressing has chunks of onions in it. I didn't even realize that. Look at that. That is a whole chunk of onion.
Sometimes there's this vegan girl. She said that eggs were made out of milk because people told her that she wasn't vegan because she still ate eggs, and she said, "But
Yeah, eating eggs
are
is not
made-"
vegan. Milk is not vegan. She couldn't have milk either.
Oh,
She might be a vegetarian that eats eggs, but she's definitely not vegan. Vegans don't eat anything that had a face. Anything that came from anything that had a face. They don't even eat honey because bees have faces, right? And bees make honey.
no, I'm not. I mean, like,
Because
you
it
don't
has
have to
face.
seal it.
They don't want to take anything that was made by something else that was living. Yeah, I've seen Face Off. You'll work on Thanksgiving. I have before I had kids. And before I was the one doing the cooking. I don't know what Dairyman is. What is Dairyman? I buy Red Diamond tea.
Men that work at a dairy factory, dairy men.
Let me see the tea box.
Red Diamond tea. That's mommy's favorite tea brand.
That's the tea I buy.
Upside down.
That's the tea I buy. Red Diamond. I've never seen Dairyman's. I don't think we have that here. They have of course Lipton. Everybody has Lipton. Lipton, Cane's, Louisiana.
Hello, sleepy baby.
Lipton Canes, Louisiana, Red Diamond.
What are you doing? You got extremely tired. You got to go to bed.
There's one more I can't think of the name of.
Oh, shoot. Now I gotta fix the freaking dollhouse.
But I like the Red Diamond is my favorite.
You have to fix the dollhouse. Stop freaking flirting.
I like Louisiana's too. Louisiana's is pretty good. And
Yeah, go to bed. You're done crying.
if I can't get Red Diamond or Louisiana, I'll get
Take
Canes.
your butt to bed.
I don't really like Lipton anymore. Lipton doesn't taste the same as it used to.
Mommy, Tay just walked up to her bed and then just walked back so she could fall on the ground. But you were right there. You could have just got in. That's how tired you are. You don't want to get in. You just want to fall
I
on
got
the
chills.
floor.
Mommy, drive.
I don't want to drive, baby. You drive.
No, I didn't want to drive.
I don't want to. I'm live on camera right now. But yeah, so that was that. The baby ate her salad. The oldest is still eating. I finished mine. That was our big salad challenge, y'all.
That was a challenge.
And that's all that's left now. There's still some meat in there and some eggs and olives.
What are you doing?
That's a whole nother perfect salad right there.
And now he's sad for what? Oh, no, he has confidence.
Perfect meal right there.
Oh, they're fighting over there.
And the dressing wasn't in here, so if I put that in a Ziploc bag, I sound like Prince when I said I got chills. You put that in a Ziploc bag, you could take that with you to work. And it wouldn't get mushy or anything because there's no dressing on it or anything.
Hello, Cardi. Why are you dressed like that?
Can you stop talking to your TV? They can't hear you. Who says so? Y'all want to see the babies? Say hello. Say hello. Hi. You got yum yums? Hi. You got the yum yums? Yum yum. That got him out. You don't have any clothes on, Shaylin, sit down.
Grab the circular for you first. So what?
As soon as I walk in, they start screaming. Because I come home, that means they should get some yum yums.
There's a divorce option.
No, no.
You are such a strange child.
I'm not strange.
Why do you like bad things? I don't understand.
But there's a divorce.
But why are you excited about that? You're like, yes, there's a divorce option. Yay! I can get my Sims divorced. All right.
Mom,
This is wonderful
is
news.
this game like The Sims 4 Family Pack?
Huh?
Because it has like a whole bunch of like stuff with, but it has people on it. On like the side, it has a circle. Then it has the people drew on it.
There's no such thing as a Sims family pack. There's toddlers.
Well, no, because I was looking up see if they had a PlayStation one for to get famous one, but yeah, there was a Sims Family Pack. So I was just asking.
It's got to be called something else, baby. It can't be called family pack.
Look, Tiny, stop cursing.
Sims expansion packs. Get famous, 4 seasons, cats and dogs, city living, get together, get to work. Those are the expansion packs.
Yeah.
Let's see, game packs and stuff. My first pet stuff, jungle adventure, laundry day, parenthood. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that one.
I think I bought parenthood on here. I'm pretty sure I did on the.
There's one that has parents and kids on it.
The picture is of parents and kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on there already. Because I own them all on my computer. I don't have Red Dead Redemption yet. No.
Go in there and just see.
I have
It's a little boy. You need to
the
go
last
in
thing that I bought that I had to pay for was Detroit. That's the last thing I've paid for on my PlayStation. What, baby?
Who's using that baby potty?
I would think a baby.
I just saw Cardi that she had a baby potty on the screen. Do not go use.
What you doing? Why are you digging up the blankets? I see you.
You know who MJ is?
Yeah.
Michael June.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's the last one that I paid for. Because I mean, I've downloaded. I usually try and download all the ones that come up free, or at least put them in my queue so that I always own it. So I have Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight. Now, one that I did buy, I didn't buy it on the PlayStation, but I had just bought that a game pack thing. It's got the all the you don't know Jack games on it, and Knowledge is Power, and a bunch of other games that are made by that company. Right after I bought that, they gave they put that one free for PlayStation Plus, but just for knowledge, only knowledge is power. Well, like I said, so I own all of them. I own all the games on my computer. I want to figure out how I can go live and play, you know, those games with y'all. I'm gonna figure it out.
What is he
You can
saying?
do Friday the 13th.
I'm not talking about Friday the 13th.
Okay.
He pooped in the potty, but he's upset about
Why did the potty bite him?
it. No. It's Ben's potty accident from using the potty. Michael made a little boo-boo using the potty.
Maybe he missed. He must have missed. He's not upset that he used the potty. He said he had an accident using the potty. So he missed.
So that means that he's going to have an attitude for the whole rest of the day.
Go cheer him up and clean up the mess he made. You want some? Here you go.
Eat it.
Where is it?
There you go, Edward.
He's outside.
You know, toddlers miss, Priest. Toddlers miss.
I don't want to go to the potty. I thought that they just used their diaper.
No, that's an infant. Toddlers use the potty and then you got to come wipe. So Nicki Minaj is washing dishes, huh?
No, that's the mom,
What's her name?
Lisa. She's just standing in the baby's room.
Looking at the potty.
Ew! Look at what he did to this potty.
I told you he had an accident. That's why I told you to go clean it up. I told you he missed.
That is a little white.
I told you he missed.
A little white. How many people do white?
Why didn't she have hair?
I made her outfit with no hair. And I'm going to do this one with
um, anywho, I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Take off these work clothes so I can get ready for bed. Get this youngest one ready for bed. This oldest one gotta finish eating, so she gotta get off the Sims. Yeah, because I got, what was it, 2 or 3 more days of work. This is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, no, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't work Monday this week, so yeah, 3 more days, and then I'm off for a week. I don't know why I'm off for a week, but I'm off for the whole week. So, if I can figure out what's going on with my phone and why it's not making actual video, I'm going to try and do like some vlogging videos with y'all, like while I do my Thanksgiving shopping and stuff, but I got to get the phone to act right. I don't know what's going on with that. But if I can figure that out, that's what we'll be doing next week, is vlogging while I shop for my Thanksgiving groceries. And then when I'm at home, I'll be just doing some videos. Like I'm going to show, I cut up all my vegetables and stuff in advance. So y'all will see me chopping up my veggies and getting them all processed and stuff like that. And yeah, then of course I'm going to film myself cooking everything for Thanksgiving. So yeah. Good night, y'all. Good night, Prime.
Good night.
The little one says good night. But yeah, get off here, get these clothes off, get cleaned up and comfy. Lay down.
That's great.
Yeah. Why are your clothes in here on my floor? I don't understand. Anyway, bye, y'all.